Hey folks, hi one more time, it's Mr. Gilliard. Thanks again for dropping through my music class channel. Long story short, I also should have some worksheets available for you to download and work alongside of these videos. The links should be right over here in the side column. I think it's over here somewhere and down or whatever in the description. Either that or right about now, if I know me very well, I'll probably be putting some sort of URL right above here, or right below my fingers rather, scrolling along the bottom here somewhere and everything. Anyway, that's pretty much it. We're on lesson number 4. Lesson number 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 4 is just really a small follow-up to 3. Okay, in our last lesson, we ran through the treble clef and the bass clef, the names of the lines and spaces on the staff. The names of the lines and spaces on the staff. We got introduced to a whole note. Now, while writing your notes on the staff, very important. And the whole note's going to form the basis of every other kind of note you draw, because your whole note, you can fill the head in and it'll become a quarter note. You can just stick a stem on it, it'll become a half note. You can stick 2 stems on it, fill the heads in, and you've got eighth notes. But we're going to get to those in just a few lessons. In the meantime, let's spend some time here. How exactly are we supposed to write notes and things on the staff? Real briefly. When you draw your whole notes, or when you draw your note heads, because a whole note by itself is really just a note head. When you draw your notes on the staff, if the note is on the line, please notice there's extra gap space up here, and of course there's nothing down here at the bottom. I'll draw it in this one. You'll notice there's space at the bottom, space at the top. Cool. That's because this note is on the line. The center of the line goes through the center of the note. The line goes through the center of the note. You'll notice when I draw it in the space, it takes up from the top line to the bottom line. It does not lag over like this, which is neither in the line nor the space, which is incorrect. That means if you write big bubble letters as a habit, or your handwriting is really sloppy, you really need to put a little bit more thought into what you do and write carefully. Okay, real simple stuff. Next up, the different types of notes. I might as well teach it now. The different types of notes that you can have. I'm going to give you a basic 3. Take a whole note. Stick a stem on it. It becomes a half note. Fill in the head, the note head, and stick a stem on it. It becomes a quarter note. This is what they look like with the stem going up. This is what they look like with the stem going down. Now, another thing you may wonder about, how in the world do we determine which way the stem, which is that line that's attached to the side of it, is supposed to go? Oh, good question. Sometime, a long time ago, when classical piano players used to write a gazillion notes inside of their music, they used to want to keep all the notes from running into each other. So they developed some really easy to remember rules. Anything on the third line or above, third line up, anything from the third line up, the stems are going to go down on the left side. Third line up, down left. Third line up, down left. Anything below the third line, and there are some exceptions to these rules, but not very many. This is typically what you're going to find with any piece of music that you get. A few exceptions, but we're not dealing with the exceptions right now. This is just the basic rule. Anything below the third line, that's the second space, and down, the stems are going to go up on the right side. Whoops, that was terrible. Okay, so down left, up right, down left, up right. Third line and above, down left. Below the third line, up right. Real easy to remember, real easy stuff. Now, take some time, go find some blank staff paper from off of the internet somewhere. Just do a search for staff paper, blank staff paper. Look for a good music site, download some, take an opportunity, and draw a few. Before I go, drop me a message. Hit me up here on YouTube, leave some comments and everything, and let me know how these lessons are helping you out. All right, and of course, some of my wonderful, spectacular, marvelous students, when you guys miss class, this is your way of catching up. Say thank you. Peace.